Hello, my name is Mark Peters and I'm the current chairman of the Tai Chi Qigong Union for Great Britain, and I'll be here for about 10 minutes to talk to you about the union, its aims and visions, CIMSPA, the Chartered Institute for Management of Sports and Physical Activity. It's a bit of a mouthful, so I'll just call it CIMSPA, and the national standards regarding Tai Chi and Qigong. I'll go through each, and from time to time I'll put websites up at the top corner of the video to help you to link and find information that I'm going to discuss. And at the end, in the same place, I'll put an email address. You can just email me afterwards if you have any more questions. So please sit back and I hope you enjoy what we're going to discuss. So first of all, as I say, my name is Mark Peters and I've been practicing internal Chinese martial arts and teaching, I guess, for 30 plus years. The name of my club is kaiming.co.uk. Well, that's the website. And Kaiming literally means open-minded. So I train in Chen Manqing style and Yang style in various forms. Originally trained with Nigel Sutton, who helped set up the Tai Chi Union in 1991 with Dan and a few others. Part of what I do now is, well, originally I suppose I started teaching the whole art. I practiced the whole art. I competed nationally, internationally. I trained in Malaysia, Singapore and Taiwan. I just fell in love with the whole martial art of Tai Chi Chuan and the whole internal arts of Qigong, Xingyi and Bagua and so on. And then around the mid-90s, I started getting involved in working in the NHS with patient rehab, which is fascinating because as my background in mechanical engineering, it's that kind of human mechanics of movement and helping people rebalance. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So now, as a chairman of the Tai Chi Union for Great Britain, well, the Tai Chi and Qigong Union for Great Britain, I've taken on the responsibility of chairing and hopefully directing where we're going. We have a group of directors, all from the membership, and each director brings a particular skill and a particular commitment and fascination, and some of them have even more experience than me, I guess. But what we want to do is really develop what the Tai Chi Union is and has always been. So let's just call it the Union for ease. It was started around 1991 as a non-partisan organisation to bring together practitioners of internal martial arts, and specifically, predominantly Tai Chi. And then competitions were run, a magazine was started, all to bring practitioners with no particular phase of styles, just to share a love and passion for internal Chinese martial arts. So when I kind of took over last year, 2021, from Dan, the aim is to try and bring it more current. With this in mind, we moved the magazine to a digital magazine. So if you look on taichimag.org, you can read Tai Chi Chuan Internal Arts Journal, digitally online, as well as all the print copies. In addition to that, we've been adding more content to the Tai Chi Union website. So you can go on and find a whole new section on Qigong, useful links to other organisations in the NHS, newsletters and so much more. Again, the aim is not to sell one school over another, but to bring everyone together with the shared aims and visions. And those aims and visions are to improve the quality, share our passion and link people together, practitioners and the general public, in the arts and developments of internal Chinese martial arts. Some of you are members of the Tai Chi Union, some not yet, but it is worth investigating. And again, just look on the website for more details about the kind of things that you're going to get from becoming a member. Okay, so around 2016, Keith Sharp suggested or brought forward the idea at the AGM that we work in partnership with CIMSPA. I personally had tried working in the past with reps, with Register of Exercise Professionals, to get the fitness industry more involved in the use of, or the better use of Tai Chi and Qigong, and the better training in those areas, so they become more accessible. Again, because I've been teaching Tai Chi in hospitals, I'll come to that later. But the aim of working with CIMSPA is that CIMSPA, being the Chartered Institute, want to pull the whole industry together. That includes fitness, gyms, exercise classes, Tai Chi, Pilates and yoga, all under one banner, are replacing reps and other organisations to become a more professional chartered institute, and their aims are to improve quality across the industry. Now, the reason Keith brought this up was he suggested that we build an alliance between the Tai Chi Union and CIMSPA to look at developing national standards. These national standards, we started with a committee, and the committee had people from Tai Chi Union, but also the wider industry of Tai Chi and Qigong, and sports and fitness, well-being, the NHS, a whole range of people to come together to look at how we can develop standards specifically in the area of health, well-being and rehabilitation. So not the whole arts, just that particular area of work. So it means everyone who wants to practice more traditionally can still do so. And we started then, much later, developed a tripartite agreement, a partnership between the TCUGB, CIMSPA and BCCMA, the British Council for Chinese Martial Arts, as the governing body. And us working together meant we could develop standards that the industry could be proud of. This is really important in the UK because it gives confidence in quality control. So organisations like the NHS can feel happier and stronger, and they know what's going on. And working those groups together meant that these standards then had parts to them, and over the years of developing and redeveloping, and we went out to public consultation, and CIMSPA even told us that out of all the standards that they've ever developed, the Tai Chi and Qigong standards had the biggest response, the biggest level of interest and the biggest feedbacks, that was all showing the greater value. And this all fed into the development of those standards, and we've been working together over the years to get that, and this May 2022 been officially released, and they'll be out in the wild, so people will be able to map training courses to do that, just as I have. The kind of gold standard, I guess, is understanding what the standards are and how we can map to them. So my own training, which is midlandstaichirehab.com, when I specialise in training NHS staff in Tai Chi and Qigong for patient rehabilitation, so fall prevention, cardiac rehab, COPD, a whole range of medical conditions. Again, you can just message me if you want to find out more. But doing that allowed us to use that as a benchmark to see what was required in these national standards. And we came up with a two-part package, one being the core coaching element, and on top of the core coaching, which would be a level 3 qualification, on top of that core coaching there would then be the technical standards, and those technical standards will be Tai Chi and Qigong. And so the core coaching within it, the BCCMA level 3 coaching course is similar, ideally meets the requirements, and it has anatomy and physiology training, safeguarding training, teaching skills training, condition awareness, awareness of people's abilities, and so on, so we can develop a coaching standard as a core at level 3 or above. And then from there you can add on the technical standards, so the technical standard for Tai Chi and or the technical standard for Qigong, because although they cross over with each other, they're separate requirements. And each of these standards are available by request. You can just email me, and then you'll be able to get access to the details, or you can wait till they're published and they become more available for people to read more widely. Okay. And so the standards will include best practice, how to teach best practice. It will include skills, so the arts, skills in the arts of Tai Chi and Qigong, client knowledge, client ability, adaptability. Again, just to be clear, this is teaching Tai Chi and Qigong in the areas of health, well-being and rehabilitation. So there's no aspects of weapons training in there, there's no push hands in there, no martial aspects, because it's just a particular sector that we're working on. Now, these national standards also enable us to start to delve more deeply into research, because the research can be mapped to the standards. Research including working with long COVID, mental health research, physical health research. All of this can bring things together in a way that's more helpful and useful. And all of this from the seed of the Tai Chi Union's aims and visions of being more inclusive, of connecting the young and older population and the aging population, which is just growing and growing, so people can be more physically and mentally active. Linking up with CIMSPA has allowed us to bring out and develop national standards that people can work with and be happy with and confident with. Okay, so I hope you find that useful and interesting. If you want to email me for any more information, there's the email address, okay, which is healthandwellbeing@taichiunion.com. As I mentioned before, if you just want to know a little bit about some example training courses, you can look at brillianceTaiChiRehab.com, which is my own personal courses. Obviously, there'll be much more courses coming in the future with other organisations, but that'll just give you a framework of the kind of things that people are doing. If you want to read the Tai Chi magazine online, you can get all the copies on our own union website, taichiunion.com, or you can look at the digital versions on taichimag.org. Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening today, and I hope you found it helpful and useful. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.